Hey, hello, you're with Wolf Gorlock, Female Riffing and IT security. Today looking at the insider threat. And spoiler alert, the threat's us. You know, insider threat is one of those things that you always hear about, right? The insider threat is 60, 70, insert your number here, percentage of all breaches. But then you look at things that say breach reported, 2%, 3%, 4%, you know? One of the things that whenever I put up slides on, hey, last year, what are the percentage of our attack vectors did you see? It's usually a real small number, and people are like, how can we hear 60, 70, 80% and your numbers say 4%? There's some good answers for that, right? Such as they don't always get caught. But also, it's not always breach reportable, right? Yeah, someone looked at something they shouldn't. Smack him in the hand, maybe not report it to the OCR if it's a HIPAA violation, for instance. So tip for you, keep a really close eye on the data you have and know who's accessing it, when and where. The insider threat is very real, but oftentimes it's not detected, oftentimes it's not acted on. So A, have the detection in place, B, have the consequences in place. Talk with your legal, talk with your HR, talk with your managers. What's going to happen when people get caught? Now, who is actually reading the data? IT folks, probably. Normal employees who just happen to have a little extra access. What about us? What about IT guys, right? IT security, hackers, the ethical kind. What about the people who are doing cybersecurity for a living? A study out in Dark Reading, out today, if you want to grab it, looked at something like 913 different IT professionals, global, worldwide, and asked them a simple question. How often have you looked at sensitive data, and have you looked at sensitive data that you weren't supposed to have access to? 60%, do you think? Insider threat numbers? 70? 80? 92 is the answer. 92% of the security professionals, yeah, I do that. That'd be me. I get curious, and I gotta look, can't hurt to look. No, it can't hurt to look. You should do that. I came out of the financial services space where we were very, very detail-oriented on who accesses what, right? When and where. We had file logging set up and everything else. And so I was surprised to see in the financial services space, it's actually pretty high. Something like 36% of IT security pros in the financial services space are like, yeah, did it. That would be me. IT is a little bit higher. Yeah, IT folks and IT companies, I suppose, 44%. Healthcare is the smallest, 1 in 4, about 25%. 1 in 4. People doing that. Did they get caught? I don't know. Did they get reported to OCR? Probably not, because as I mentioned earlier, the stats that we see are much smaller. So watch for this. Look for it. We can't necessarily trust the people who have custodians to that data. We have to have monitoring in place. We have to have consequences for us too, right? Because if we're not holding ourselves ethical and to a high standard, who is? What about you? What do you think? Have you witnessed some people doing some things they shouldn't from the security side? Maybe using their privilege a little bit more than they should? Comment, social media. Hit me up.